video. I'm so glad that you are here. I'm just enjoying a bit of afternoon tea, getting ready to get dinner on in the slow cooker. I'm doing chicken fajitas tonight. It is very simple and easy. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that on now. Go ahead. Okay, so I've just prepared the bell pepper and onion. This is literally all the prep work it is. I'm going to now open a can of Rotel and dump half of that in with the pepper and onion and the chicken. I'm also going to add a bunch of spices at this point. So some chili powder, cumin, paprika, oregano, garlic, and onion powder, stuff like that. I will list the recipe in the description down below. Now that dinner is on and we have a moment to ourselves, I want to chat with you all about a new tool that I have been using to optimize my organization abilities. This portion of today's video is in partnership with Scrintal. Scrintal is where creativity meets clarity. I'm definitely someone that likes to put creativity at the forefront in my work, and sometimes that can feel a little bit chaotic, and that is where Scrintal comes into play effortlessly. It's useful for so many different people, from students to executives, consultants, writers, researchers, you name it. And it has a lot of really valuable features that I think are particularly useful for helping us to find organization in tasks that typically make us feel a little bit out of control. I know one thing that researchers like myself really struggle with is staying organized when we have to develop literature reviews, the introduction portion of a manuscript. I know when I wrote my review paper, finding a strategy to organize my thoughts was really challenging, and I wasn't able to identify that many tools that I could easily utilize in order to do that. And Scrintal is like the answer to all of those prayers. I wish that I had it back when I was writing that review paper. So here's an example of a reading notes template. Now in a moment, I'm going to double click on that pink card, and that's where you're going to enter the title of your article, a little bit of information about it. You can even link the articles. And then you can see we have the blue and gray cards as well, where you can add a little bit more supporting information about the article, link it to similar sources, and then connect them creatively to develop that coherent and clear narrative. This also is super useful just generally if you want a way to organize your different research projects. That's one area where I feel like I have the most cognitive load in my work, trying to juggle the different research projects, keep them separate in my mind. Sometimes I get different data sets confused with one another. This is another great way to kind of help alleviate some of that cognitive load, keep things more organized and clear for yourself. It just allows you to enjoy that research process so much more. Not only is Scrintal super useful for helping to organize your thoughts and resources when you are developing some sort of a research paper or literature review, but it's also just great for goal planning generally, and be able to easily flip between them and make sure that you're prioritizing each of those different categories in your life to help promote balance. So here's what I mean. This is how I use Scrintal in my day-to-day. I'm in settings now, and I've gone to templates, and now I'm going to choose the daily notes board. It is your one-stop shop to everything that you need to manage not just all of your projects, but also track your goals, maintain your meeting notes. I'm going to start by double-clicking on this card within my projects, and I'm going to start personalizing that to my specific project. And then I'm going to add some notes pertaining to where I'm at with experiment 1 of my dissertation. Then I'm going to go over to the left and add another card underneath my projects because I'm working on more than one. So you can see how user-friendly this is, how quickly it goes, and how amazing it is to have all this information on one screen. Under card templates, you can see we also have a space for daily journaling. Here I can enter things that I'm grateful for, make notes about one thing I want to accomplish today, or what would make today great. Again, you can modify these according to your own needs and desires and whatever goals it is that you personally ultimately are trying to meet. Whether it be writing a literature review, helping to keep all of your different research projects more sorted out, being able to get that clear and simple view of your research is seriously priceless. I have a personalized 10% discount code for you all. I would love for you to check it out and see how it can help you to develop more organization and therefore productivity in your work, help you find that balance and make progress with that next goal. So I am going to leave my discount code here for you on the screen as well as down in the description. You can also find the link there to click on so that you can try out Scrintal. I'd like to thank Scrintal for sponsoring this portion of today's video. Let's get into the rest of the video. You are such a silly girl. Are you the star of the show? I think you are. It is the afternoon. I've been working all day. Franny is ready to play. We just came in from outside. I'm ready to do, no. Okay, I'm back. I'm currently on the floor because I'm getting ready to start cleaning out some of my clothes. So as you probably can tell by now, the theme of this video is organization. It's a cold and dreary day here today, but I know that in the coming weeks, it's going to be warming up. It will be time to switch out our closets from fall and winter to spring and summer. Whenever I come to this point where I'm starting to feel the inspiration of springtime, I like to use that to motivate me to do some organization, not just with my studies and my work, but also with my home, my closet, things like that. I'm feeling the motivation to clean out some of my clothes. I want to donate a huge haul, and I'm going to actually start with my drawers, which I have here behind me. So I know for many of us, it's challenging to get rid of clothing. I can totally relate to that. I'm someone who can be really sentimental about material things. A few tips that have helped me over the years. One, I have to be in the mood. So I have to, again, kind of have that inspiration, be ready for the start of sort of a new phase, a new season. Second thing is I can't overthink it. Rather than trying on every item and weighing it heavily, I kind of do it impulsively, like first instinct. If my first instinct is I haven't worn this, I don't love this, I let it go. And then the third trick is, because it can be challenging to let things go sometimes, I put them in a bag or set them aside in a box and tell myself I can always return to it later and revisit it. So I give myself a little bit of time. I don't immediately take it to donation. That kind of gives me some wiggle room that if I am ruminating over the item and missing it, I can always go back and pull it back out. So I do allow myself that freedom. So those tips have helped me over the years with being able to let go of things. The older I get, the more I realize that I really value the feeling of having space and not being overwhelmed by items. That helps too. So anyway, that's what I'm about to jump into. I'm going to start with my drawers, and then if I have time this evening, I'll transition to my closet. If not, then I will do that sometime this weekend. I hope you've taken a little something from this video about organization. Maybe you have a little bit of inspiration or motivation to try out some new organizational systems. Take a look at Scrintal. See if that's something that fits naturally into your workflow. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.